Hello, it's the Big Fish here, and starting something new on the channel. I want to do this after every time I finish a Let's Play. I know it's been a while since I finished Mass Effect 1, but I wanted to review every game I play on the channel, so obviously these reviews will come far and in between, I know. Bear with me, it's not that easy. Then obviously I have to write the review, and then I have to record the review, and then I have to edit the review. So yeah, they'll come slow, but they'll come nonetheless. And the first time reviewing a video game on this channel, I'm going to be reviewing one game I've completed on the channel, which is Mass Effect 1. Okay, because this is my first ever review, on this channel, you're probably going to see me refer to my notes every now and again. I don't make these when playing the game, I make these afterwards. And I thought Mass Effect 1 was a good place to start because it's a good favourite game of mine. It's definitely third behind 2 and 3. And that's literally how my top 3 games ever go: Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 3 is a close second, especially since they changed the ending. So basically I'm going to go through 4 different things. 4 main things when it comes to a game, in my opinion. You've got the story, you've got the gameplay, you've got the graphics, and then you've got the voice acting. Now, it's also going to go in, like, what's the word? Biggest subject to smallest, or you could argue what I know most to what I know littlest, but that's not its biggest to smallest. So I'm going to go story, what's after the story, gameplay, let's start again, story, gameplay, graphics, voice acting. Now voice acting is last because I know fuck all about voice acting. I probably won't talk about it much in any review, it probably gets cut out completely at one point, you never know. But anyway, here we go.
Zombie apocalypse.
So I'm going to hit you up with the plot first. Now basically the plot of Mass Effect 1 is very simple. You play as Commander Shepard. Basically you are the sole survivor of an attack on Akuz. I can't remember what the creature is called that attacks you on Akuz, but it's like this big worm thing that comes out of the floor and goes rah. Can't remember what it's called. It shoots stuff at you, like out of its mouth. It's really weird. But anyway, you're the sole survivor of that, and you've been hired by the Human Alliance Federation. It's not called that. It's called the Human Alliance Army Force thing, to fight with them, to help them. And you're on the Normandy, and you get a distress signal from a planet called Eden Prime, which is this human colony that, you know, needs to be protected because it's human, you're human, you want to protect it because you're human. So you go on this planet with 2 crew members, Kaidan and this other guy. Also on the same mission as you is a Spectre called Annihilus, I think. But yeah, basically a Spectre, for those of you who don't know, he's like a special agent working for the Citadel Council. The Citadel is a place in space where everyone lives. The Council is, you know, 4 people from 4 different races, none of which are human. Turian, Solarian, Asari, and another one. Actually no, there's just 3 I think. So yeah, you go there because this distress signal by this big ship, and you basically just go to see what's up. So on the planet, the guy whose name we can't remember gets killed by some drones, and they are Geth drones. Now we didn't know that the Geth were going to be on this planet, but now we do, and apparently that's a plot twist. Ta-da! So you continue to explore, you meet another person, a human, called Ashley Williams, and she joins you after you save her life from some more Geth. And then furthermore on this planet you explore some more. Annihilus gets killed by another Turian, I get mixed up with the races, by another Spectre called Saren. Now you get told this by a guy hiding behind some crates after the attack, or during the attack. Apparently he went there to sleep or something. But he's, you know, he's seen it, he knows what happened, okay? And to finish off your journey of exploration on the planet Eden Prime, you come across a Promethean beacon. Now the Prometheans are what lived in this galaxy before all the races in the game. They're like this ancient race, they reached technologies that we could only dream of, and then they suddenly disappeared. You don't know why at this point, but later on in the story, you do. Spoiler alert, it's because of the Reapers. So after that, you go back to the Citadel, which I mentioned earlier, and you talk to the council about what's gone down, and they basically say, oh shit, okay. And then you say, oh, well look, mate, look, it was this Saren guy, he's a dick. And then they're like, no, we trust his word over yours because you're human, he's not, and he is a Spectre, you know. Spectre's our man, he's our guy. So further on from there, you leave, you know, you're pissed off, you leave. You then go on a little mission to find this woman called Tali, can't remember what race she is. Really bad with the races in this game. I know Human and Krogan. And then you find this woman, you help her, you save her life, and she turns out, coincidentally, to have evidence to back your story up that Saren is a bad guy. And then you go back to the council, you show them the evidence, and then they're like, oh my goodness, you were right all along, we should have believed you. They then grant you the rank of Spectre, which gives you access to special armour and weapons that you can't afford to buy when you first get, you know, given that rank. So you go to the shop, it's like, ah shit, you can't afford any of this, I'll fuck off somewhere else, and I'll end up scavenging all the armour and weapons that I find. So after that, they send you on this mission to find Saren and to stop the Geth that they believe are working with him. And along the way, you find out that his ship, the ship that attacked Eden Prime, is his ship, and it's not actually a ship, it's a Reaper. Reapers are these mechanical beings, these huge robots that apparently can work as ships as well, and they basically are who killed Prometheans, and they're on their way back to kill everything now again, because they have this cycle where once organic life has reached its peak in like technology and evolution and all that shit, they come and they wipe it out, and then they disappear, and then when it happens again, they come back. So your goal was basically to destroy that, kill Saren, and save the world and the Citadel. And obviously, you could guess that by the end of the game, you have killed everyone that you needed to kill. Saren, Sovereign. You get some really cool cutscenes, by the way. Sovereign and the Alliance and whatnot in space. It's awesome. Yeah, so that's it. You kill everyone, and at the end, you kill Saren. He then rises up again as this weird, like, creature thing. It's like and you kill him, and then the Alliance, with the help of Normandy, the spaceship, formed by Joker, not the Joker. Joker, he's a pilot, he's really good apparently. They kill the Reaper, Sovereign, and then he crashes into part of the Citadel, and everyone thinks you've died, and then you move like this big piece of metal out of the way, and then at the camera. So yeah, that is the story of Mass Effect 1. It basically continues from there in 2 and 3. Haven't seen how 2 started, you can check it out on my channel. It's there, don't worry. I'm probably closer to 3/4 and a bit through the game, so that's good. So now, with story out of the way, which is difficult for me to do, because you have to remember so much, it's so hard for me. We're going to move on to gameplay now. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the gameplay, see what you think. The gameplay in this game is good, but it's heavy, it's clunky, it's slow, and it's definitely not aged well at all. You have a weapons wheel, which this is a good part of the gameplay, by the way. The weapons wheel is really good. Basically, a wheel comes up with all your weapons, and then your 2 team members' weapons, and you choose what weapon you're using, like by using the analog stick, and then you let go of the LB button or the RB button, and then just certain weapon out, continue shooting up bitches, and it's the same for the power wheel. You do the same, you select powers, like if you choose Soldier, which is what I usually go with, you've got like Carnage, which shoots this like concussive shot out, which later on in Mass Effect 2 gets changed to just concussive shot. And then obviously you use other people's powers, like Biotics have like pull, push, throw, lift, or they've got like overload or warp, different things to inflict damage to your enemies in different ways, in different combos, and they all work very well together, crushing your enemies and making big enemies seem like little enemies when you use them very well. Knowing what people's weaknesses are, like if someone's got shields or barriers up, I don't think barriers are in Mass Effect 1. They are a power, but not as an actual suit. When people are using powers or barriers or shields, you can't like lift someone or throw someone, they just kind of go, ugh. And if you carnage someone, they're just going to go, ugh. Whereas if you carnage someone who's just got health left, they go flying, or the powers will be used on them. That's why you use like overload on shields, and you just blitz the shit out of barriers. The good thing about the weapon wheel or the power wheel as well is it stops time when you're using it, so, and you can move the camera as well, so basically like, you think, shit, I'm flashing red, my health's really low, what should I do? Quick, hold LB or RB, whichever one brings up the powers is going to be more useful. And then you look around to see where some cover is, you maybe select some bad guys with your powers and your friend's powers, and then you fuck off to wherever it is you're going to hide. You hide, you press Y to give all your people health with your Omni blade. Your Omni tool, you kind of just go bling, and then everyone gets health again. Yeah! And that's good. It helps you think. It's a really good way of slowing down the game. Along the way, obviously, you're killing bad guys, you get XP. Completing missions, you get XP. Completing objectives, you get XP. So obviously, you level up your character, and in doing so, it has this really good, really nicely laid out. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'll just shot a picture up of it, and you basically got these blocks, and you unlock more with the points you get from leveling up, and doing so you get more powers, and it does the usual stuff like increasing your health and protection against certain types of weapons and stuff like that. All good stuff, and you can do this as well for every other character that you've unlocked, not just yourself, which obviously is good. But onto something else as far as gameplay goes. The cover system, it's okay, and it works, but sometimes it just kind of goes, nah. Like, in most games, you walk up to a piece of cover and you press A, or you press, well, yes, mostly A, or an interact button, and you just like cover, you just kind of like get in the cover like, and bullets will be flying. But in this, no, that's not what you do. You walk up to it and you walk into it, and then you kind of just goes with his gun, like. And if you do the same to a lower piece, whilst crouching, he does the same again. But sometimes it just doesn't work. The sticking part doesn't. The sticking part's the part I've got a problem with. In the other two games, that's gone, but in this one, it's still there, obviously, and it's just a little bit irritating. And yeah, that's gameplay. Obviously, from 1 onwards, it gets better and better with every game. A lot better by the second one, and compared to the first one, when you play the third. And if you're like me and you replay these games, when you go back to the first game, you kind of at first you feel like, this is so slow. Now we've got the graphics, which is something that I think Mass Effect is known for, as well as its story and its characters and its game-changing dialogue wheel. The graphics are good in Mass Effect 1. They're still good now, but back then, when it first came out, they were like, wow, these are really good. But after a while of playing it, you do realise some things, like when you turn too fast, or in cutscenes, things would fade in and pop in slow, like too slow. Like there's parts where you look at the computer and it would just be like the frame of where the holographic computer is, and it kind of like pop, 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 and it's there. Some things like that seem to take the time. And I don't know if this is what, I never noticed it before, so it might just be because I'm playing it recently on the emulator, like backwards compatibility on the Xbox One. But if you watch some of my Let's Plays, it lags, like the frame rate drops quite a bit, especially when fighting things like husks, which are these weird like zombie creatures that run at you, or these little dog things that run at you. Whenever an enemy charges at you, it seems that, well, when more than one enemy charges at you, it seems to like lag a lot, like the frame rate would drop. I don't know if it's because every now and again they kind of stand there and go, boom, and blow up. I don't know if that's why it is, but every now and again it does happen, but then that might just be because of the Xbox One. And now, onto the small final part of the full review, which is voice acting. Now, I don't know a lot about voice acting. I'm assuming you're standing in a studio and you talk, but I can imagine it's difficult to assume what situations you are in compared to actually acting. Now, I don't think this is motion captured. I'm not 100% sure, but the voice acting for the main characters or the most part is really good. Sometimes with Shepard it does lack a little bit, but without the games it's got better, whether he was new when he did this. I don't think he was, but yet through the games the voice acting for all the characters gets better. But then when you get to some of the really far back side characters that like have no impact on the story at all, you kind of like talk to them, like shop owners and stuff, and they're just like, how are you doing? Are you okay? Obviously the character in the games always say, are you okay? When they're raising their eyebrows and they're looking around. Sometimes you can tell they're reading, but the voice acting overall is really good. I'm not going to say that I could do better, because I don't think I could, because I'm not a voice actor. Come on. So yeah, that's all of Mass Effect 1 laid out there for you. You can think of what I've said, and you can think to yourself, this game definitely sounds like a game I should buy. Or, he's made Mass Effect sound really shit. Or, I played this game, it's really good, and he's made it sound really bad. Or you can be like, I don't like this guy. So now this is the part out of the video, you know, it's the review, you rate your game, or your movie, or whatever it is you're reviewing, you rate it to see what he thinks overall of the game. Now I'm going to use a different rating system. I'm not going to use A, B stuff. I'm not sure this is no longer A level or GCSE. I'm also not going to give it a mark out of 10, because I think that that's like, if you give a game a 6, it could still be really good, but then things like graphics, voice acting can really put it down. So I'm going to go with, and this is from like best to worst, I'm going to go with either, here we go, I've just thought of this now, collector's edition pre-order, that's the best. You know, a normal version pre-order, or there's when you've got the money, or there's when it's on sale, or there's ignore it. Oh no, before ignore it, we've got when it eventually comes on the free game of the month on whichever console you're playing, which for something like Mass Effect is probably not going to happen no more, but it might have on Xbox 360. I don't know. I've already owned it since the Xbox 360 came out, or since it came out on the Xbox 360. I should say when I got it, the Xbox 360, I was quite late, but yeah. Anyway, and then there's completely ignore the game, which this isn't. I'd say this game is definitely a pre-order game. Back in the day, when this game wasn't coming out, if I did this review and I sent it back to some guy back in the past, I'd say, yo man, pre-order this game, you're gonna love it. Yeah! I'm probably gonna change this ranking system because it sounds a bit shit now I said it out loud. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, if I've managed to entertain you, if you've learned something which you never knew you knew about Mass Effect 1, and if you like any of the Mass Effect games, subscribe and smack that like button, and tell me down below in different ways I could improve these reviews. This is something that I want to do every now and again. Every time I finish a Let's Play on the channel, I'm going to do one of these, because it's fun, and I like talking to you guys. Yeah! So yes, and if you really want, you can follow me on Twitter at TheVeryBigFish. I only have 6 followers, and one of them's myself. So yeah. Follow me on Twitter at TheVeryBigFish. I tweet stuff fairly often. It's normally stuff like, oh, here's my latest pop vinyl, or I'm getting this Geekbox soon, or I've just ordered a Geekbox, or I've subscribed to Geekbox. Yes, if you haven't guessed, I do monthly unboxings of my Geekbox as well, so you can subscribe for that. And yeah, I'll probably see you later, which will be, hopefully, next time. Bye bye.